What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Q&A, where today we have lots of awesome questions to go through. It pertains to Jiren, Topo, Goku, the Tournament of Power, and alongside many other things. And before we begin, guys, I do also want to say that the questions that are going to be featured in this video are also going to be reflected onto you. So if your opinions differ, if you guys have anything to add on to the questions being shown in the video, go on ahead and comment down below and post your questions down below for the next edition of the Dragon Ball Q&A video. And of course, as always, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all the latest Dragon Ball news, information, updates, and discussions. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the Q&A, don't forget to slap a like down below. So without wasting any more time, let's begin with our very first question of the day, which is from Son Goku. Hey Alex, first of all, thank you for all the work you do, and I wanted to say that your content is always engaging. Thank you, man, especially the way you interact with everyone. Quick question before you start, do you have Discord? Actually, I do have Discord, and I'm going to make my announcement towards the end of the video on what I plan to do with Discord. Okay, so here are my questions. This is also for your viewers as well. Okay, so this is also for you guys to answer down in the comment section below. Question 1, do you believe that Jiren will eliminate Goku with raw power? People misunderstood and took Toppo's words for granted as he told Goku to his face, you will never win. So why are people saying that Toppo is bluffing? What reason would he have to do that? So is Jiren as strong as Toppo claims? Question 2, let's say Goku does get ganged up on and tossed out. Do you believe it would make logical sense for Vegeta to win despite having Gohan to help him and the others? Would it make the most sense since the strongest Goku is no longer there to help Vegeta? Question 3, will we see alliances form between universes for a short time to work on throwing out a common enemy? Question 4, why is Goku so adjusted to Kaioken all of a sudden? I know you feel the same way about it, but does this mean he finally had mastered the control of Kaioken? Thanks, Alex. Well, thank you for the questions. Now, to answer your first question, I don't think that there's any reason for Toppo to be bluffing about Jiren. I think that overall, Toppo is a very honest character, so I do think that his words do hold weight and that Jiren is stronger. But then again, as Gohan even pointed out, this isn't really about power anymore. It's more about strategy. If Goku, even let's say if Goku is inferior to Jiren, all Goku needs to do is figure out a way how to throw Jiren out the ring. That is it. That's the overall premise of this tournament, is throwing your opponent out. So let's say, for example, if Jiren is stronger than Goku, Goku's gonna have to outsmart him in throwing him out the ring before Jiren can make his move. Now, I do understand that some people misinterpreted what Toppo said, and I do think that Toppo is hiding more or less his power because he really hasn't shown Goku what he can do. I mean, granted, he dislocated Goku's shoulder, and even to the point where he was crushing his bones, and he wasn't even trying. So you can only imagine what Toppo can really do when he gets serious, and he was about to get serious until the Daishinkan pretty much ended the fight. So do I think that Jiren is as strong as Toppo claims? Yes. Will Jiren eliminate Goku? That's up in the air. Some of you guys may say yes, some of you guys may say no. For me, it's kind of hard to say, because let's say, for example, if Goku does get thrown out, what does that mean for the rest of, our fighters? And in which that correlates to your second question. But I do think that by the end of the day, there's no reason for anyone to be lying about the strongest fighter in Universe 11 being Jiren, and if he does arrive, he's gonna pose a great threat to everybody. Because let's say, for example, as Toppo said, if Goku and him are equals and Jiren comes in, all they really need to do is just gang up on Goku to throw him out first, because they understand how strong Goku is. But then again, is it possible for Jiren to throw out Goku? Yes. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I can definitely see this kind of going in a one-sided direction to where Goku does win the tournament. However, it'll be too predictable. But is it possible for Jiren to eliminate Goku? Yeah, due to raw power. If in fact Jiren does even break his own limits in surpassing Goku, if that were to happen, then Goku is in serious trouble. But overall, I don't know. It's a very hard question to answer, because we don't know if everyone's gonna gang up on Goku, if Goku's gonna have a clean one-on-one, if Goku's gonna, be able to use instant transmission. It's hard to say, but I don't think Toppo is bluffing, and I do think that he is definitely as strong as he claims. Now, to answer your second question, what if Goku does get ganged up on and tossed out? What does that mean for Vegeta? I think that Vegeta is definitely overlooked here, because people want to talk about Goku and, oh man, Goku's gonna break his limits and he's gonna unlock a new power and whatnot. That's fine and dandy, but people tend to overlook Vegeta. The entire time that Goku was fighting Hit right on Earth, when Hit came by to assassinate him, the entire time that Goku was just chilling, Vegeta has been training with Whis. And I'm sorry, if it were up to me and I had to choose between training with an assassin or training with an angel who overlooks a god of destruction, direction, I would choose the angel because you can only imagine how strong that angel can make you. So I do think that during that entire time, Vegeta had been training with Whis, and to a degree, I do think that Whis may have taught Vegeta a couple of new things to add on to his arsenal, which leads me to believe that I think that Vegeta will be very comfortable in this tournament, you know, having to go solo, unless you have like 65, 50, 70 fighters gang up on Vegeta first, which isn't bound to happen. But I do think that once Vegeta unleashes Super Saiyan Blue, it's gonna be a problem. And even at that, we don't know if Vegeta has learned any other technique to add on to Super Saiyan Blue. And despite that, we have Ultimate Gohan, who was confirmed to be stronger than ever when he enters this tournament. So even if Goku does get thrown out, sure, okay, you have your strongest guy get eliminated, but however, you still got two backups. You have Ultimate Gohan and you have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who's been training with Whis. So that gives you at least some chance in knowing that they could end up working together, even solo, and coming up with a strategy to eliminate the Pride Troopers and alongside the other entities from the other universes. Now, is Goku bound to get thrown out? Honestly, I think at some point during all of this, someone may come along and outsmart Goku in throwing him out, because all you need to do is just get them to the edge of the ring and push them out, and they can't really fly either, so they're screwed. So I think that at some given point, we may see that, but would it make logical sense for Vegeta to win the entire tournament? Honestly, I don't see why not. I mean, he does hold a lot of pride, and he has a daughter. So approximately almost 2 days after his daughter was born, he was forced to compete in this tournament. I mean, Bra's gonna be born in Dragon Ball Super Episode 83, and according to the Daishinkan, in 40 hours, it's time to rumble. So he's only gonna be spending a day and a half with his daughter before he has to go and fight for her life. So I think that Vegeta, having him win would make sense, and it'll shut a lot of people up, especially for those who hate Vegeta. However, is it in the cards right now? It's hard to say because we don't know the overall direction. Once we have like the first couple of fights going, then we're gonna have an official confirmation on whether or not it's possible. But as of now, it's up in the air. It's possible. I mean, for all we know, Gohan can win. I mean, anything is bound to happen, right? So to answer your third question, seeing alliances formed in order to take down a common enemy, yes, I can definitely see Kaba and Vegeta working together. I can definitely even see Hit and Goku working together for a small time before they clear the ring and say, you know what, let's do this. So I can see Kaba and Vegeta, Hit and Goku. I can see Kaba and Gohan. I can definitely see Botamo and Majin Buu. Imagine that for a second, Botamo and Majin freaking Buu, bro. That would be awesome because Buu can regenerate and Botamo can't really take any hits. I can definitely see Vegeta and Piccolo. I can see Piccolo and Gohan. I can see, you know, some of the other characters from the other universes like Kaba and the female Broly, or female Broly and Goku. You know, anything is bound to happen. So I can definitely see alliances formed, and I do think it'll make sense. You know, having a look at wrestling like the Royal Rumble, when you look at the Royal Rumble, they have alliances formed, you know, for a short time, and then they turn on each other. So I can definitely see that happening. However, it's up in the air on whether or not we can actually see that, but I can definitely see Kaba working with Vegeta, or at least attempting to. Now, to answer your final question, is Goku adjusted to Kaioken? I would say the basics of Kaioken, yes. Having a look at how many times he's used Kaioken so far, I think that his body has definitely adjusted to it. I mean, if you ask me, I don't think that he's gotten used to using Kaioken times 10, Kaioken times 20. Hell no, his body would break down. But in terms of using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in its base form, then yeah, I think that Goku has definitely mastered the control of Kaioken in that form, because he used it against Zamasu, he's used it in the manga, he's used it so many times. So far, he's only used Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 once. He's only did that once against Hit, and after that his body pretty much broke down. However, in its based form, he's been using Kaioken, and I think that overall he's mastered that. But in terms of him mastering Kaioken times 5, times 10, times 20, times 50, hell no. Hell no. I don't think that Goku is up to par yet. Maybe mastering Kaioken times 3 with Super Saiyan Blue, but anything above that, I think that he hasn't fully controlled yet. And in terms of him having to use Kaioken in the tournament, it's bound to happen, but the question is, you know, how far is he going to go until he breaks his limits? So, anyways, Mr. Son Goku, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Willie Taylor. Hey, Alex, love your videos, and you make great content. Keep it up. Thank you, man. I hope you answer my question. Question 1, if Vegeta were to be introduced in the tournament and fight against Jiren and Topo, Do you think he will toy around with both fighters or take it serious? Question 2, do you think Goku will get a new transformation that will make him stronger than Beerus? Question 3, what if Vegito and Gogeta fuse? Would that make them stronger than the Grand Priest? Well, thank you for the questions. To answer your first question, I actually did a video, I will link it down below, as to why fusion is not going to happen. If Vegito, I'm saying this right now and I'm sticking to this damn opinion, if Vegito were introduced in this tournament, he would solo everybody. You guys tend to forget how strong Vegito is. When he fought Zamasu, he wasn't even trying until the very end where he did, he ran out of power. So Vegito, and on top of that, remember, Goku is inside of him. So Vegito, pretty likely, he does know Kaioken. So imagine that, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 Vegito. It's murder. It's absolute slaughter. He would slaughter Jiren and Topo, no question about that. So, which I believe he will not be in this tournament because it'll be too boring to see him just solo everybody. However, in an essence, it'll be cool to see him because it'll be Vegito versus Jiren, Topo, Kaba, female Broly, Hit. It'll be Vegito versus everybody. And to a degree, it'll be awesome to see if in fact he can actually hold his own. But overall, I think that if he were there, of course he would solo everything. I think to a degree, he would kind of toy around at first, and then once he realizes, like, okay, it's time to turn it up, he would turn it up. But at that given point, you know, who's to say his fusion wouldn't burn out? But he's not going to happen. I think they should either save Vegito for another arc down the road, but as of right now, it's not bound to happen. Now, to answer your second question, if Goku does get a new form, will it be stronger than Beerus? That's hard to say, because, I mean, many retcons have happened in Super. We've seen the retcons in the whole Super Saiyan God versus Beerus fight, when Beerus said he used 70% of his power. That's been changed. So many things have been changed so far that it's kind of hard to say, well, maybe he's going to surpass Beerus. Akira Toriyama said many years ago he does not plan on having Goku or Vegeta surpass Beerus or Whis as of now. Maybe he's changed his mind, but I can't see Akira Toriyama going through and saying, you know what, let's give Goku a new form and he can just break past the limit of fighting Beerus and stuff and being stronger. I can't see that. At least not as of right now. There is still so much for Goku to learn that I think that over time he may be equal to Beerus, but as of right now he's not. And to answer your final question, Gogeta and Vegito fused, stronger than the Grand Priest as Gogeta? I think you can bet your left testicle that I'm sure he would be. I mean, that's just my opinion, of course. But I do want to say, Willie, thank you so much for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from David. Hey, Alex, love the Q&As. Keep up the good work. Thank you, man. Question number 1, do you think we could see Gogeta? His timer would only be 2 to 3 minutes as a finisher. Question 2, could we see Hit, Goku, and Vegeta teaming up against the Pride Troopers? Now, that would be pretty fucking cool. Question 3, if Universe 7 wins, what do you think their wish would be? Well, I do want to say thank you so much for the questions. Now, to answer your first question, is Gogeta possible? I'm going to have to go on a limb and say yes, it is possible. However, in the long run, I can't see Vegito or Gogeta having to make their debut in this tournament. In terms of Gogeta, I mean, it'll really take a lot to get, you know, someone like Vegeta to agree in using the finger fusion to, you know, combine his powers with Goku to defeat a common enemy. But I also believe that Gogeta, I don't know, like there's something about him that I don't think that Goku and Vegeta would agree in using the finger fusion. Now, would it be cool? Of course it would. I mean, everyone would go crazy to see Gogeta be made canon and having him appear in the tournament and having him do some stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll be very nostalgic to see that, because the last time we technically saw him was when he actually went up against, I believe it was Janemba, and then after that we saw him in GT, and that was it. So of course it'll make sense to some people, but I think that overall they've stuck with Vegito, and I think that Vegito would be the only, you know, choice of fusion in having in Dragon Ball Super as opposed to Gogeta. If you guys disagree, let me know, but I don't think that Gogeta would be appearing anytime soon, unless we got like some crazy ass leaks to, you know, rumors of Gogeta having to appear. But as of now, there's just no evidence to support that. And even if fusion were to come back, I think that all in all, we would see the earrings. But if it had to come down to the finger fusion, I mean, imagine Vegeta having to agree to do that. I mean, he'd just be like, hell no. Now, to answer your second question, see, the Pride Troopers are a very unique bunch of characters because we don't know anything about them, right? So one can only assume like, all right, well, they have great potential in becoming great threats for the tournament, and of course they do. And I do think that overall, it'll make sense to have Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan do it, as opposed to Hit. Because why would Hit even agree in working with the enemy? I mean, his common goal is to survive. I mean, this is also, you know, Hit's life on the line. I mean, why would Hit, you know, focus more on trying to work with, you know, Goku and Vegeta when he can work for his own team and having to throw out Goku and Vegeta and stuff? So, like, overall, I think that we may see Goku and Hit work together, but in terms of Goku, Vegeta, and Hit, no. I can see Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan versus the Pride Troopers, or Piccolo, Gohan, and Vegeta, or Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan. Whatever the case may be, I can see that, you know, trio happening. But in terms of Hit having to work together solely with Universe number 7 to eliminate the Pride Troopers, I don't think we're going to see that. And to answer your final question, if Universe 7 does win, I'm predicting that what they're gonna do is that they're gonna feel bad for everyone else, and the logical thing to do is to wish for all the universes back, in which I think may happen. But if that were to happen, it would be very predictable. So I mean, if Universe 7 wins, I can see that happening, but in terms of like Beerus or anyone else having to make a selfish wish, I really can't see that happening, because legit, the other gods were destroyed, the other universes were destroyed, and I think that they would have some humility and some compassion to say, you know what, let's just bring them back and you know, pretend as if nothing ever happened. So, but anyways, Mr. David, thank you so much for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from RapperK. Hey man, I love your videos, thank you. But I have some questions. Question 1, do you think Goku Black could beat Jiren because he is as strong or stronger than Super Saiyan Blue? He gains a lot of power in small periods of time. Question 2, do you think Goku has something special he is saving for Jiren now that he knows that he is the strongest from universe number 11? Question 3, do you think Vegeta will have a new form also in the tournament? Well, thank you so much for the questions. To answer your first question, Jiren versus Goku Black, I don't know, man. I love Goku Black so much, but it's hard to say Goku Black could beat Jiren if we haven't seen Jiren do anything. So I think that by the end of it, until we see Jiren fight, then we can make some conclusive, you know, statements and saying that yes or no. But as of right now, we do know what Goku Black is capable of in both the anime and the manga. And I'm sorry, but in the manga, he is so weak, and that pisses me off so much. But in the anime, he's so strong. So it's hard to say. I mean, yeah, he has the advantage in being able to, you know, gain lots of power in small periods of time. However, he's also immortal, so he can die. He's not immortal. If he was immortal, he would win easily. But I think that until we see Jiren fight, then we can make the statements and saying that he can win or not. But up until that point, it's hard to say because Jiren hasn't done anything. We haven't even seen him yet. Now, to answer your second question, do I think Goku has something special planned now that he knows that Jiren is the strongest? I think so, because up until that point, I think that Goku is going to test Jiren, because if you guys remember, in Dragon Ball Super episode 82, Goku said before even fighting Toppo that his skin was tingling. That's how excited he was, and that's the vibe that Toppo gave him. He felt as if he was very intimidating. So I think that having to fight Jiren, it's going to result the same way. Goku's going to have goosebumps, Goku's going to get, you know, that tingly sensation, and I think that to a degree, he's definitely gonna save whatever he has for Jiren, because if Jiren is supposed to be his greatest fight or battle so far, I think that ultimately, why not? Why wouldn't he save that for like the strongest one? So by the end of it, it could be a new form, it could be Mastered Kaioken, it could be something else, who knows? But by the end of it, I don't know, like, I think that whatever he has planned, we will see, we will indefinitely see when he comes across Jiren. But what intrigues me is, if Jiren is the strongest from Universe 11, then who's the strongest from Universe 2, Universe 3, Universe 4, Universe 8, Universe 9, 10, 11? Like, who are the strong, well, aside from 11, but who are the strongest from those universes, you know? Because every single universe is bound to have their strongest fighter. We know that Goku, Jiren, and Hit are the strongest of 7, 6, and 11. So who are the strongest of the other universes is up in the air. So either way, I think that he does have something special saved. It's only a matter of time before we see it. Now, to answer your third question, Vegeta having a new form. No, I don't see that happening, because what would be the purpose in having Vegeta have a new form? I mean, like, for a lot of people, they would say, oh yeah, let him overshadow Goku for once. And to some people that would make total sense. But I think that by the end of it, I could see Vegeta probably having like some sort of similar Kaioken technique to where he can match up to Goku finally, because so far Super Saiyan Blues, it's hard to say who's stronger between Goku or Vegeta, but once Goku turns Kaioken, Vegeta's at a huge disadvantage. So I think that if Vegeta were to have a similar technique, that would put him on par. But aside from that, in terms of a brand new form like Super Saiyan White or Super Saiyan whatever, I can't see that happening from Vegeta. I'm sorry. But that's just me, of course. If you guys feel differently, let me know. But anyways, Mr. Raptor, thank you so much for the question, and I hope you have a great day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Dante Young. Hey, had to redo my questions, but I love your Q&A videos. Thank you, bro. Always look for them, but here are my questions. Question 1, do you think Vegeta will ever surpass Goku? Question 2, how do you think 17 and 18 will fare off in the tournament? Question 3, do you think the Grand Priest is hiding something or doing something behind the Omni King's back? Well, to answer your first question, and thank you so much for the questions, by the way, will Vegeta, it's possible, yes, it is possible, it's not impossible, but Vegeta needs that extra boost, Vegeta needs that extra oomph to get him going. I think that if he doesn't have any sort of technique to give him that edge, or even if he doesn't find himself a new form, then no, he's not going to surpass Goku, because Goku has Kaioken, Goku has several things that can surpass Vegeta, but until Vegeta discovers something that can give him the edge, then I think he will have the advantage in surpassing Goku. To answer your second question, Android 17 is actually confirmed to be, I think, around episode 86, so just look forward to that. I think that 17 and 18 are going to do, they're going to do heavy damage, but I think that once one of them goes, the other is going to go too. Because once you have them, you know, together, it's kind of hard to like separate them. But once you eliminate one of them, the other is doomed. So I think that by the end of it, they're gonna do really good. But at a certain point, I think once 17 gets thrown out, or 18 gets thrown out, or someone double teams them out, it's going to be over. So they do have an advantage, but by the end of it, don't expect them to last all the way through. I mean, they're going to last a very long time, but not towards like the very end. Hell no. Now to answer your final question, does the Grand Priest have something or is doing something behind the Omni King's back? It's, you know what, it's all based on perception, because he is giving off vibes like this is his tournament, and he's the one making all the rules, and he's the one that's shot calling, while the Omni King is just like, whoa, like, you know, so the Omni King's like all like, you know, mesmerized by this, and the Grand Priest is the one shot calling. So does that make him a bad person? No. But, you know, does he have an agenda? Maybe. I mean, we don't really know who the Omni King is or who the Grand Priest is, you know, entirely. We don't know if someone actually has a greater agenda, you know, behind this tournament. But I think that overall, people are just looking too much into the Grand Priest. I don't think that he's hiding anything evil. Let's say, for example, if the Grand Priest was evil, okay, how the hell do you stop him? How the hell do you stop someone who's stronger than the gods and the angels? It's like, what? Not even Goku, Jiren, Hits, Topo, none of these guys will be able to touch him. So I think that by the end of it, it wouldn't make sense for the Grand Priest to be evil. But does he have like his own agenda or maybe his own like envisionment of this? Maybe. But overall, we're going to have to find out once this tournament, you know, starts rolling on in. So anyways, Mr. Dante, thank you so much for the questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And once again, guys, I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. That way you guys are always up to date with Dragon Ball content. If you guys enjoyed it, if you guys cannot wait to see another episode of Dragon Ball Q&A, slap a like down below. Let me know if I should do another episode on Wednesday or Friday. I want to know down below if you guys want to see that. And of course, if you guys have questions of your own, drop them down below. And in terms of Discord, guys, I'm going to leave a link down below for my Discord. I'm going to have live Dragon Ball conversations with you guys in future videos. So if you guys want to be a part of my discussions live on Discord, let me know down below, guys, and I will make sure to include you. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. It truly means a lot, and I'll be seeing you all in the next Dragon Ball Q&A video. Take it easy, guys. Peace!